This is going to be episode 126 for you guys today. With my co-host joining, we'll go ahead and get today's episode started. What's up, Fred?
Hey Tom, how you doing, man?
Good. How about yourself?
Good, I'm good.
I think Rob just sent it. Rob, if you could send another invite, I don't know what happened to the first one, but if you could send another one, that'd be great. All right, there we go.
Look, you can finally be happy. Y'all had a good week of football last week.
I'm in here. What you mean?
I know we had a good week. That you know when we're the product that you're supposed to see. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if your team likes to back that statement up.
I know.
want to talk
That's
about
why I
that
said
right now.
when we do what we're supposed to, this is the result that you can get without the unnecessary penalties and things like that. What's up, Curtis?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Before we start, Rob, you wearing a sweater? I know it's a little cold outside.
Bro, yes, it's like 35 degrees out.
It's that season.
I couldn't feel my hands. I walked the dogs. I couldn't feel my damn hands. It feels like it's damn January outside.
Damn right.
It's cold.
I just wanted to see if you were wearing a sweater. You know, I got a short sleeve on. I got the heater going. You know, I'm a little warm.
Yeah, you're nuts.
I don't think he acts personally.
You said what?
What?
What'd you say?
I said I don't think Rob asked what you had on.
I was just saying, you know, everybody got a sweatshirt, a sweater. I was just letting y'all know I'm nice and warm right at the moment.
Hey, I'm nice and cozy with this sweatshirt on.
Right. I feel nice.
Right.
Stop hating.
I ain't hating, man. I just was curious. But since we're all in, we'll go ahead and get things started. All right. Hey, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host, Thomas Sire from Onthehop Podcast. Today, this will be episode 126 for you guys today. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Fred Harris, Rob Cerasuolo, and Curtis Green. The return of Mr. Green, Curtis Green. But all of us are here today to give you guys episode 126. So we're going to go ahead and start things off with sharing our winners and losers from the NFL trade deadline. What teams were winners and what team were losers by the end of the trade deadline yesterday in the NFL? Go ahead, Rob. I know what you got to say.
I think we're one of the winners. I mean, to trade an aging defensive lineman, 30-year-old defensive lineman on a
Sexy
million.
Dexy is still like that.
Yeah.
What?
Sexy Dexy?
We didn't trade him.
You didn't trade him?
No,
No,
hell
no,
no.
no.
We traded Leonard Williams.
Oh, y'all. That's my
Why,
bad.
bro? If we traded Sexy Dexy, I would have lost my mind. Okay, because we just signed him like this past off season
Yeah.
for like a fat contract. But yeah. So we traded Leonard Williams, 30 years old. You know, got a second and fifth round pick. I mean, given we did pay pretty much his whole salary out for this year, which is like I think like $9 million or something.
I mean,
But I mean, we got a second round pick next year and a fifth round. And if you flip it to the Commanders, who got a third round pick for Chase Young, you know, it looks that much better. And like, you know, that, and he probably wouldn't, I mean, I don't know if they would have re-signed Leonard Williams. He probably would have wanted to, but I don't think they would have because he doesn't really fit the timeline. He's old. He's getting up there in age, and like we have some people, like rookies and young guys that are coming up behind him. So I think we'll be fine. I'm not upset about it. You know, other than that, I mean, there really wasn't that much going on during the trade deadline. I guess my other winner could be the Eagles trading for Kevin Byard. I mean, that happened like a week or two ago, but. You know, they need all the help they can get in the secondary, losing Gardner Johnson, replacing him with, honestly, I think I don't know if he's as good, but he's definitely up there. Like, he's close.
Kevin Byard is definitely a very good safety.
I mean, I think I don't know how old he is, but I know he's still like that. So, I mean, that's a good pickup for them. And Howie Roseman does it again, you know. But yeah, those are my winners, I'd say, for now.
I can go. I think I'll start off with the losers. Who I think were losers. Starting off with the Commanders selling both Chase Young and Montez Sweat. I mean, they got a second for Montez Sweat. Cool. People keep saying that a third is not enough for Chase Young. I don't know. Chase Young hasn't been healthy in the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his numbers are pretty good this year. But
Yeah.
at the
He
same
has like
time,
5 sacks.
yeah, at the same time, I don't know. You never know. Another loser that I would say is the Bears. I don't like who and why are you trading for Montez Sweat? Why?
Yeah.
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 What are you doing?
The team is sorry. You need all the draft capital you can get, sir. But especially when you let guys like Roquan go a year before, and then you trade to get Montez Sweat. I don't know what's going on with that organization. Yeah. But I mean, over to the winners. I mean, the people who got the 49ers, who got guys like Chase Young for a third round pick, pairing them up with Nick Bosa. I mean, I can see that, especially since their defense was struggling these past couple games, they have been struggling. I feel like Chase Young will be a good boost, especially to that defensive line. Yeah. And then you also got, just like Rob said, the Eagles getting Kevin Byard. Also another defense that has been struggling this year. Maybe not struggling, but just hasn't lived up to what it was last year.
Mm-mm.
And Kevin Byard really secures that back end of the defense.
Yeah. I got some good winners going on.
Go ahead, Tom. You can go.
All right. Winners for me, I got 2 winners, 2 losers. First winner has to be the San Francisco 49ers because they cashed in on the opportunity of getting Chase Young, a former second overall pick in the 2020 NFL draft, to add to their already explosive defensive line. Like Fred said, they're on a 3-game losing streak, and their defense hasn't looked as dominant as it's supposed to be over the last few weeks. The defense has been a problem. But Chase Young, like you guys touched up on, I do believe he's having his best season of his NFL career thus far because he hasn't lived up to the hype of being a second overall pick years ago. Like Rob said, he's got 5 sacks. He's got 6 tackles for loss and has a total of 40 pressures right now. But that defensive line right now, they got Nick Bosa, Chase Young, Javon Hargrave, Armstead, Randy Gregory, Javon Kinlaw. that's a nightmare for offensive lines. That they're going to be destroying offensive lines, and that pass rush is going to be more dominant than ever. So I thought they capitalized on the opportunity to get Chase Young, maybe use him as a rental for the rest of the year since he is supposed to be a free agent. In a similar way, how the Rams traded for Von Miller, used him for the rest of the year for fuel to go on a championship run, and then you take it from there, whether you re-sign him, franchise tag him, or let him walk. So I thought that was good for the 49ers. Another winner, Rob, I was thinking about this. This is the Seahawks. Now, I think y'all were smart for getting a second and a fifth for Leonard Williams, but the stake how the Seahawks are playing right now in the NFC West, I think this was a smart decision, even though giving up the draft capital wasn't. But to get somebody like Leonard Williams was a good trade for now, because you add Leonard Williams to a Seahawks defense that is already becoming a good defense. Now you have Leonard Williams, Frank Clark, Bobby Wagner, Devin Witherspoon, a good rookie cornerback that's doing a great job for this defense so far. Rick Woolen and Jamal Adams for that defense. So they added up their defense at the best time, and they still got a chance to win the NFC West if the 49ers can continue to do this. So I thought they did a great job here. All right, losers. I got two losers. So Fred, I agree with you 100%. I don't know what the Bears were doing when they traded for Montez Sweat because, like you said, their decisions on what they do for the trade deadline just don't make no sense. Why would you give away your best player in Roquan Smith last year before the deadline to the Ravens? Y'all got one of the best linebackers in the league now. I don't understand why they gave him up a year ago. And then last year at the trade deadline, you give up a second-round pick for Chase Claypool,
who's not even on the team no more.
Not even on the roster anymore. They traded him for like a fifth and a sixth round pick for years to come. Mm-hmm. I didn't understand that either for when they traded for him last year. And now you're giving up a second round pick for Montez Sweat, who is also a free agent next year. So you might have given up a second round pick for somebody that might not even be around for long next year, or might be gone. You get nothing in return for him. So I don't know if Montez Sweat is going to be wanting to stick around for the Bears rebuild, and they should have used that pick on a particular hole that they have in their roster for the rebuilding stage. But my last loser is my team. I got to say the Cowboys are losers because Jerry Jones made the mistake of not trading for anybody to improve this roster because it's stacked. The roster is stacked from top to bottom. And Jerry Jones said, I'm not going to make a trade unless a team calls me first. When does that ever happen? That never happens by the NFL trade deadline. So I think Jerry Jones needs to learn for teams to separate themselves from contenders and Super Bowl contenders is making trades by the deadline to improve your roster. Like the Rams did by adding Von Miller before the trade deadline last year to help them win a Super Bowl and adding Odell Beckham. Then this year, you just saw the 49ers get Chase Young. You saw the Eagles get Kevin Byard as safety. I thought the Cowboys missed out on the opportunity to get another linebacker with Leighton Vander Esch hurt or get another cornerback with the injury of Trayvon Diggs, even though Deron Bland is playing very well. So I got to consider us losers by the deadline as well.
I did not. I just realized I didn't share any losers myself. So
you can share some before I got some.
Yeah, I'll go real quick so Kurt can do his. But so my first loser for sure is the Denver Broncos. They're tripping. I don't know if they got a false sense of hope from beating a sick Patrick Mahomes, but they didn't trade anybody, not one person. I mean, I don't know what they were doing. Like, they have all these assets that probably won't be on the team the next year or two anyway. Like, they should have at least traded, like, I can understand them keeping, like, Patrick Surtain. Like, that's a guy you want to keep. But, like, someone like Cortland Sutton or, like, Justin Simmons, who's I think is getting a little older. Even Jerry Jeudy, I mean, I know he's still young, but he ain't doing nothing there. I mean, like, they're screwed. Like, they literally have no assets, no picks.
Yep, they gave them all away for us.
I don't
Russ Cook.
exactly like, and that was their chance to get something back, and they just didn't make it happen. So like, they're a big loser for me, in my opinion. Another one that is in a similar situation, I'd say the Tennessee Titans. I know they did trade Kevin Byard.
Should have get with Derrick Henry.
Yeah, they should have tried to move Derrick Henry. He's about to be 30 years old. I know he's a dominant player still, but that's somebody you could get something for. DeAndre Hopkins, another good example. He's also getting old, doesn't fit the timeline. They're running it now with a rookie quarterback, Will Levis, and he looked awesome. He looked really good. I mean, I personally thought he was trash. So it was definitely good to see him do what he did. He played with some cojones. He chucked the ball downfield. He wasn't afraid to do that and just take some shots. So, but that being said, like that's a team where you got to start over. Like you could have at the very least traded Ryan Tannehill to like the Vikings or something, who honestly are a close, they're close to being a loser too.
Hey, Josh Dobbs.
I mean, that was a good move, I guess, but like that ain't gonna do nothing for him.
Hey, playoff bound. Nah, never mind. Super Bowl bound.
He's
Josh Dobbs at the helm.
solid, but like they should have got somebody a little better than Josh Dobbs. I mean, they have a solid team. I think they have a better defense than they did last year. But they ain't gonna do nothing with Josh Dobbs. So I guess that could be a bonus.
Especially not without Jetta.
Yeah, no, not at all. All right, Kurt.
Times. All right, so I'm gonna start off with winners. For winners, I'm going to Seahawks, picking up Leonard Williams, especially I'm pretty sure it is his final year, isn't it?
Yeah.
On his
contract. Yeah.
So that was a low key a nice ass pickup for them. The Seahawks aren't paying him like as much. I see that. So I seen that earlier. Loser, the New York Jets.
Really?
Yeah, they're a loser. They didn't do anything. Nothing. But I mean, what McCall Hartman did, I'm pretty sure he didn't do anything.
You could call him a loser for getting McCall Hartman and doing absolutely nothing with him.
That's what I'm saying.
They traded him back to the Chiefs.
You couldn't even see him
What was
on
the point?
field.
What was the point? I mean, I guess they thought they were going to have Aaron Rodgers slinging it instead of Zach Wilson. So,
I mean, I guess, yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't say you still don't work that type of speed into your offense. Just get no touches at all.
Mm-hmm. For a winner, I'm going Philly, picking up Kevin, the free safety. Who else I got on here? Well, I think I'm gonna have to go with Rob when he said the Denver Broncos. That fucking Randy is kind of not good for them, I ain't gonna lie to you, that kind of was a butt pickup for them. Who'd they give up again?
Who was that? The Broncos?
Yeah, did the Broncos give up anybody
else? They traded Randy Gregory a couple weeks ago.
It was just him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that was my
two
winners.
They got actually, I don't even think I think they just released him.
Hold on, let me see.
Because nobody wanted to trade for him. They just flat out released him.
Let me.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Yep, they did. They released him. Damn. He was supposed to make a difference for the defense, it says. That's crazy.
He's playing way better with San Francisco right now, though.
Yeah.
Than he was.
That's not very hard feel like a couple guys could go out there with San Francisco and play a lot better.
Yeah, because with Denver, he was finessing the bag with them. He was doing cardio games, not really not really wanting to give you. I know he was in college. He might have been getting high before games since he was in Colorado, but
Yeah, that was my two winners, two losers. Yeah, it was yep. It's definitely not like focused.
some might say though, like Rob said, this trade deadline did live up to the hype like it did last year. Because like last year, on the day of the trade deadline, from like 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., there was blockbuster trades getting made left and right. And I think a lot of teams played it safe this year in the NFL. Nobody wanted to give up draft picks for aging Derrick Henry, like Rob said, or people really didn't want to give up a lot of picks for somebody. I think also, who else was another name that was out there that should have been traded? What's the Bears corner? Jalen Johnson, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's having a pretty good year, but he's on the final deal, his rookie deal. Nobody wanted to take a chance on him, getting him, and potentially using him for only a rental. There's a lot of things that I thought could have been different. Oh, Dalvin Cook also. I'm surprised a team like the Bucs that need another running back didn't want to take a chance on him. Yeah, there was a lot of players I was surprised actually were not traded. Oh, and two other ones I'll say too. Mike Evans and Devontae Adams. I was surprised those two weren't traded also.
Adams especially.
Yeah, especially Adams.
Yeah.
Especially how he even voiced how he does not want to be there.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Mike Evans, like, they're kind of still, like, in the hunt.
Yeah, aren't they like, what, they're 4-3, 5-2?
I think they're 3. They're 4. No, hold on.
They don't
think
have
they're 3 and
5 wins. They either have 3 or 4 wins. They've lost a couple in a row.
Did they? I know they were balling in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, they're 3 and 4 right now.
They're
but
3 and 4.
The NFC South is garbage. Like, they're still in the hunt because the Falcons and Saints are tied for first at 4 and 4.
Bro, that might be worse than, like, you remember when we were all asked, like, a few years ago, Tom, the NFC East?
Right now?
No,
like, not right.
When the division winner was like 8-9 or 9.
Yeah, that was like
something like that.
That was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, the Commander. That was because Dak was gone for the year. Who got hurt for the Eagles? That was when Carson Wentz was still their starter. He got hurt. I don't know what. Did y'all have a quarterback problem, Rob? I don't remember. Daniel Jones got hurt.
Always got quarterback problem.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we got Tommy DeVito rolling out.
Hey, at least you don't have. At least you have Aiden O'Connell swinging that ball back there.
I mean, it can't. I mean, we have Tommy. It's going to be trash on trash.
That game,
they're both trash.
Be free.
Yeah, literally. They should pay.
You should be getting in that stadium for $5 to $10.
They should pay you to see that game.
Yeah, what if it turns into like a shootout?
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, I feel bad for Devontae Adams before we move on, but like that man, I have to say, that man was open at least 5-6 times on Monday night, like wide open. And Jimmy Garoppolo could not get him the ball against that Lions secondary. I think he only had like one catch for like 11 or 12 yards.
Yep.
But yeah, I feel bad for that man.
Yeah. One of the best wide receivers in the game. Again, one catch.
But we're going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Which team in the NFL is currently the best AFC team in the NFL today? So I want to say this before we all say our answers, because I know Fred and Kurt are licking their lips, shuffling their hands. But hold on, there is 4 teams in the AFC right now that are 6-2. You got the Jaguars, the Chiefs, the Dolphins. I think I'm forgetting the team. It's like, no, the Ravens. But those 4 are the 4 6-2 teams. So who do y'all think is the best team in the AFC right now?
I don't know, man. I mean, I got to give credit to the Ravens for what they did against the Lions. I mean, they beat the brakes off of them. Like, I did not think it was going to be that kind of game. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they bent them over, and it was belt to ass. So, they're definitely. I'd say it's the Ravens right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, the Chiefs don't look as good. I never know about the Jags. I mean, they have the hottest win streak right now amongst those four teams, but like at the same time, they're the Jags. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I can never count on them.
You
I
really
mean,
can't. You really can't. I feel like every time I bet on Trevor Lawrence, he just has an awful game.
he has not been what I thought he would be this year.
At all.
At all. Like, in fantasy, he's like hot trash.
Travis at the end, out here cooking
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Better get a
He's
touchdown game.
He is nasty. And the Dolphins, like, they've shown that, they can lose big to like really good teams. So like, I'm still not convinced that they're among the like elite. Yeah, I think the thing holding them back is their defense, though.
Most
I
definitely.
mean, we know their offense is fine, but like their defense is suspect, and getting Ramsey back will help. But I mean, among those four teams, you gotta give it to the Ravens right now, I'd say.
Well, I think we all know where Fred and Curtis's answers are going.
Oh, can I go now? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we got a bunch of good teams in the AFC. I'm just gonna break it down. We got a bunch of good teams in the AFC. I mean, the Chiefs do look a little dysfunctional after that. I mean, that was a bad loss to the Broncos. The bad loss to the. I mean, they are division rivals, so anything happens in the division. But the Broncos, they ass.
That was ugly.
They ass. The Broncos are ass.
They had them playing the Taylor Swift music after the game.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, it's crazy. Also, we got the Dolphins, like Rob said. I mean, high-powered offense. It's just the defense. I don't know. I mean, we all know defense wins championships. So I don't know if the offense can take them all the way. I mean, when you see us, we just have the most complete team. I wish we would have made a move to get Derrick Henry at the trade deadline. We could not, because seeing number 8 and Derrick Henry back there would be it'd be a bad day for everybody. Be a bad day. But even without him, I mean, Gus Edwards still running the ball extremely hard. It's just a solid team, just from top to bottom. I really don't see. I mean, our wide receiver issues are still kind of there, but I mean, they're mostly gone. So I mean, that was really the only thing holding us back. And I mean, we might be paying Odell $15 million to be a decoy, but it's working.
Yeah, but let me go ahead and get mine out of the way, because you already know what I gotta say. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm gonna say, we are the best, because I'm gonna say it. It don't matter, regardless. But I feel like we could be better if our receivers are like consistent. Like, I forgot which game it was. I'm pretty sure it was against the Steelers. Like, bro, all them drops.
Yeah.
I promise you, we don't lose that game. We really don't. So, like, in my eyes, if our wide receivers step up and our defense can play like how we played against the Lions, I feel like we're the best team, no questions asked. As soon as you even ask who's the best, you already know it's the Ravens. But yeah, I don't care about the Chiefs or the Dolphins. Dolphins is just fast. They defense ass. And we already know what Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce can do. For real. When you think about the Chiefs, you thinking about Taylor Swift. So they not even focused right now.
Dang, yo.
So,
It also looks like the Chiefs have the problem that we used to have, because their receivers are just.
Yeah.
What up, Meech?
Where are they at? I mean, they're constantly dropping passes like we were last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, but that's all I had to say.
All right, so am I going to be the lone wolf that says the different answer from everybody?
You be crazy. You be crazy.
It's like, nah, I gotta be honest here. I think the Ravens are the best team in the AFC. Like y'all said, I think up and down right now on both sides of the ball. And when you talk about the Jaguars, Chiefs, and Dolphins, they're playing better than those three respective teams on both sides of the ball. Lamar Jackson is actually starting to, in my opinion, starting to sneak his way into the MVP conversation. He has 9 passing touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns right now. The impressive win over the Lions, like Rob said, 38-6 last week or 2 weeks ago, was very impressive. Dominated one of the best teams in the National Football League, especially on the NFC side of things. The defense is playing very well right now. Arguably one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the NFL, led by Roquan Smith. The Ravens' pass rush leads the league in sacks right now. They're doing one heck of a job. And like Curtis said, if they can all put it together, I don't think they found their stride. I don't think they hit their stride yet. If the
We also
offense
have
can
the
put it all
interception leader.
together,
Putting that out there.
yeah. If the
So,
offense can put it together with Odell, with Rashard Bateman, they're already utilizing Zay Flowers, and they already got Mark Andrews. They get all those guys on board and play consistent on a weekly basis on offense. I think y'all going to be a hard team to stop, and I think y'all could potentially have the opportunity. Nah, I said potentially. Don't get too carried away. Potentially get the number 1 seed in the AFC come playoff time. I could see it.
I'm just
If y'all
you forgot
continue this
my
right
boy Nelson Aguilar. I'm just saying he kind of somewhere in there somewhere.
when he want to catch.
Nah, yeah.
When he want to catch.
Yeah, as long as I see the same thing. As long as we don't get outside of ourselves. Last week against the Cardinals, I feel like we took them lightly in the first half. We came out throwing the ball way too much, not running the ball enough, and then as soon as we come out of the second half, we start running the ball down their throat, and our offense was like a whole different person. So I'm just staying within our offensive scheme, not doing too much on offense. I don't see anybody stopping us. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, hold on there, because I just thought of something.
What?
What about them Bengals, man? I mean, they're getting hot. You know, Joe Burrow starting to wake up now.
Hey,
Do you think they're a threat to y'all now?
check our record against Joe Shiesty. Check our record against Joe Shiesty.
You said what?
Check our record against Joe Shiesty and see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, all right then.
But the man's getting healthy now, man. They're on a win streak. You're not going to fear them later on. They could make it competitive
Hey, so
in that division.
we're gonna be hot too. So I guess we're gonna see. I guess we're gonna see.
All right, I like that answer. But to touch up on the other teams, like y'all said, the Jaguars. I mean, they're 6-2, but like, who they really outside of that Buffalo Bills win in London? Who they really beat? Like, there's nothing that like screams volumes to me that they're 6-2 and are tied with the best record in the AFC. I don't really see anything. And like Rob said, I was expecting a big third season from Trevor Lawrence, and he's just been decent so far. Like, nothing really extraordinary, nothing really like to like. You're like, oh, this is the guy, a top 5 quarterback. He ain't there yet.
No.
Chiefs, like Curtis said, it's Taylor Swift show right now. They're all worried about Taylor Swift, and if you actually look at Travis Kelce's numbers, because I have him in our fantasy league, the man only shows up and balls when Taylor Swift is in attendance. Any other game, he's looking decent, and I think that offense is Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey are bust right now, because like none of their wide receivers are making a difference right now. And Sky Moore, Rice is making a little bit of a difference. I think he's their number 1 right now, but Kadarius, nobody's really making a difference outside of Rice at the wide receiver position. Then the Dolphins, I think they're overrated right now. Until it's easy for you to be the best offense since the best show on turf, but against teams that are the Carolina Panthers, the Broncos, or the Patriots, but like they can't get it done against teams that like have a winning record, like the Bills. They got spanked. The Eagles, they just got dismantled in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. So I just think they're overrated right now. So yeah, Fred and Kurt, give yourself a round of applause.
You ain't gotta tell me. Y'all mad. Y'all salty. I know. I see it in your face.
Huh?
Rob super mad.
I don't care. My team is done. My team is done for.
Why you
We
do
Say no.
that to Rob, yo?
Say no. Say no. Say no.
We got fucked over, man.
Nah, that Jets win was crazy.
We
Especially how they have to spot their own ball.
Yo,
That was wild. That was wild. I was watching it. I was like, don't he gotta get this to the ref? Nope.
and Gano just like sold like so hard. He sold twice.
he
We
did
almost
shake the hell out of that kid.
beat them. We almost beat them with 8 passing yards.
That is, oh my god, that is so bad.
We
bro.
almost won that game.
ESPN gave the Giants a 99.9% to win the game with a minute left. And then Zach Wilson, with 25 seconds, just made it happen. I don't know how Zach Wilson did that, but yeah, Rob, for y'all to almost beat them with only a total of 8 passing yards for 4 NFL, well, technically 5 NFL quarters is crazy. That's crazy. That would have been a good win for y'all if y'all did pull that off.
We probably wouldn't have traded Williams.
I think it'd have been a bad loss for the Jets more because that's a lot to you. 8 passing yards is pretty pitiful.
That might have been the game, or that might have been the day where they're like, yeah, Zach Wilson, you're coming on the bench. We're trying somebody like Ryan Tannehill or whoever was available at the quarterback position.
Yeah. But I mean, you still have Rodgers coming back next year. I don't think they trade for a quarterback. They still have Rodgers coming back next year.
But that roster's so good right now, like they can compete if they like do what they're supposed to do.
You have a very good roster. You have Garrett Wilson just making absolutely ridiculous catches week in and week out.
He's
just catching these nasty balls that Zach Wilson's throwing.
Yeah, this is facts. But yeah, I'm rooting for Zach Wilson right now. I just want to see him do good for just until Rodgers gets back, and you're going straight to the bench afterwards. But I don't know. I do like that roster a lot, and I do feel like they can compete in the playoffs if they get a chance. I do feel like that.
Well, I feel like he'll only play good if there's a MILF in the stands.
It's crazy.
He is the premier motherfucker.
Yeah. Y'all crazy. All right. So before we get into our next segment, we're just going to take the time out to mention our partnership with Sharps Sports Betting Network. Sharps is a sports betting network best used for all sports bettors all around the world. Sharps connects to all major sports books, including DraftKings, FanDuel, and BetMGM.
Yeah.
Sharps also allows you to see what your friends are betting, and you can interact with their bets. Sharps also offers transparency. You can download Sharps today on the Apple Store and get started to play in your day. And once you do that, use promo code TOM, as in THOM 661. As you guys know, I'm not going to say the bit that I say about the Androids because, they just need an upgrade in general. But Sharps, go ahead and download Sharps today. They actually interacted with my bet for the fight on Saturday between Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou, where I should have cashed in my money. I had a $70 on the line for Tyson Fury to get a KO. The payout would have been $310. And the man just sold.
Damn.
But,
Man.
You actually thought he was going to KO him?
Man.
That's crazy.
Man.
he ain't never boxed before.
Man.
That man's still
a
fighter.
Regardless, I've seen Ngannou in the ring, and I know you see that massive boulder he got on his shoulders.
Right.
Like that absolute thick. Like I know his head is just thick.
That is
Pause.
unit.
Pause. That was crazy. I didn't mean that. Pause. But yeah, no, like he has a boulder on top of his shoulders. Like halfway through the fight, his mouth was wide open, getting jabbed up. Didn't even feel none of it.
He a rock, yo. He was a boulder.
Rock. He's a rock. I didn't see Fury knocking him out. I did see Fury winning. I don't think Fury won, but that's boxing, and that's for a different subject. Yeah.
I'm gonna sip my drink.
Yeah.
Sip your drink all you want to.
But he really should have got the knockout win, though. You fighting somebody that had 0 pro fights.
Oh, he should have. He didn't. He got boxed up too. Boxing's rigged. I ain't gonna lie to you. Fuck boxing.
It
Goddamn money
ain't
hungry
rigged.
ass.
Like, you gotta.
Money.
It was rigged.
Them,
It was
boxing
rigged.
is so money hungry. I hate. Oh my goodness, I hate that sport.
You just
I
got.
love it.
You just
I
gotta
love it. I hate
know
it.
how to win over the judges. It's just different.
Money went over the judges.
Yeah.
He know that Fury got that fight with Usyk in December, which he probably not even gonna go do
No,
because you got boxed up.
it got rescheduled because he need more time to rest.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
pretty pissed off about that. But
right.
yeah, he should have just did what he was supposed to do and finish him in 5 rounds, if you want my opinion. But with that being said, we're gonna share our best sports bets of the week. So what are you guys' best sports bets of the week for this weekend or this week or this weekend in sports?
I ain't gonna lie. I got 3 of them, right? I got Cowboys money line, right, versus the Eagles. That's like plus, like it's like plus 140, I think, or plus like one
You want to
something.
lose your money that bad?
Don't
Hold
worry
up!
about
Whoa,
that.
whoa, whoa,
Sorry,
whoa,
sorry, sorry,
whoa,
sorry,
whoa!
sorry, 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 sorry,
And
sorry, sorry.
Dak Prescott is a co-owner of the Philadelphia Eagles now.
Yeah. I got the Colts minus 2.5. That's like minus 115
Who do they play?
against the Panthers.
Yep.
They play the Panthers.
Damn, that's
And then I got the Cardinals money line versus the Browns. This one's a long shot. It's like plus 300 though. So
I don't know, man.
Joshua Dobbs no more.
don't
Yeah, but
worry
Kyler's coming
about it.
back.
That
He
means it's going
ain't
to
playing this game.
happen.
They said.
And you're
Huh?
not listening,
So
and it's going to hit. And then you can be like, damn, I should have listened. Watch. Just come back to it. Click this whole thing, and you're going to come back to it.
I just
All right,
don't see. I just don't see Clayton Tune beating one of the top defenses in the NFL. I just don't.
Curtis said
Click
guarantee
it
it.
right here.
All right, we're gonna remember that. Guaranteed Curtis Cardinals money line. He said it. You heard it from him first.
Yeah, man. Trying to tell you. Cooking.
I'll go a couple bets. Give me the Ravens spread minus 5.5. I feel like anytime the Ravens play like a bad, like for example, last week when they played the Cardinals, right? They did not cover that game. I feel like anytime they play a bad team, they do not cover, and it pisses me off so much. But when they play good teams, make that shit happen. They just beat the brakes off the Lions, who are honestly they're a little better than the Seahawks, and I just don't see the Seahawks keeping up with the Ravens. I know they just got Leonard Williams, but I just think the formula to beat the Seahawks basically is to take away the running game, and I feel like the Ravens can do that for sure. Give me the Packers -3.
You take the money on them?
No.
Oh, okay.
Spread. No, scratch that. I would do an alternate spread -2.5 on the Packers because I don't think the Rams are going to have Matt Stafford.
Yeah,
So, I feel like that's a game the Packers can win. I mean, I know the Packers offense is like pretty shitty, but like the Rams defense looks kind of suspect right now, so I kind of like that bet. I don't know. A lot of these games are like weird this week. I really don't know. Like, I could not trust a lot of these games. Maybe I'll switch over to basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if some of these games might be happening already.
Games don't start till 7:30.
It's
Oh damn, never mind.
7:50, sir.
Yeah, I was
Wow,
about to say.
wow. The
um,
Pelicans game just started. Then the Pelicans and Thunder game just started 10 minutes ago.
I know the Knicks Cavs game started.
Y'all play them again tonight? Didn't y'all just play them
We
last
just
night?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw that
Who
too. We played
scheduled
them
that?
2 nights in a row.
Weird.
Oh no,
We just beat them last
I
night
beat
by
the
like
brakes off them boys.
yeah, they suck. We got their number.
Then now
Give me
Mitchell drops 50.
give me the over on the assists for CJ McCollum. He's been hooping, not gonna lie. He's averaging like 6 assists a game. His line is 4.5 on his assists, so give me that. Let's see. I'll do a straight up money line pick next. Shit. Maybe we can do some long shot ones. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Kings at Warriors. I know the Warriors are like really good at home. I don't know. Well, that was last year. It's a new
Hey,
year.
I just want to tell you,
Um,
the past couple of years we have had the Kings number.
I know you have, but I
Also,
feel
they
like
don't have Ja.
I know
No,
you
no Ja.
usually do. You usually do. So that's why I feel like
Busting
they
ass.
might win tonight. So
Well,
I
son.
don't know. They need to get one at least.
Nope. No, you don't.
Yeah, yeah. Those are my bets.
All right. For me, I have two parlays. I have one for the basketball game tonight. Let's see. Hold on, just went away. It is here it is. It is the Pelicans +10, the Warriors -7, and then the Clippers +5. It is a plus 550 on odds.
Nice.
Okay.
That's for the game tonight. And then every week I like to do a parlay with the NFL. I take 4 or 5 teams that I really like to win, and I just parlay the money line together. So I have the Titans money line because the Steelers are trash. I like the Falcons money line, the Browns money line, and the Ravens money line. Only because, yeah. So that is my parlay for the NFL. It's 4 teams I like who give me the best chance of winning that week.
Those are some good ones for the money line. Yeah, I like them. Those are some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Telling y'all the Cardinals gonna beat the Browns, bro.
I cannot agree with that because
We just gonna
Hey,
have to wait and see. I'm trying to.
You're
I'll
putting
do it.
the Browns.
you're
I
putting
don't.
your money on a dude named Clayton.
Yeah.
hey, yo,
All
but
right.
look, I'm a edit it, and I'm gonna make Curtis's line known for the next few days for people to bet on the Cardinals. Cardinals money line. You heard from him first. He said that's a lot. We're gonna
Hey,
rock.
hey, everybody flood the Cardinals money line so I can go with the Browns.
Yeah, make the odds better. So
That's for real.
I got a few. I actually made one for basketball tonight before we came on. I got a 4-leg one for tonight. I got the money line on the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Raptors. I played it safe in the Miami Heat and the Brooklyn Nets game because Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler were questionable. They're both playing, so I went ahead and said the game will go over a total of over 224 points. For that, I didn't want to pick a winner or loser in that because I didn't know if they were going to play or not. Celtics money line against the Pacers. That's definitely got to hit. If that costs me, I ain't betting on the Celtics ever again.
bro, that is like -600. Jesus.
I had to put a gimme one on me. I had to do it. That's why I said if they cost me, I ain't betting on them no more. But last one is the Clippers over the Lakers. I don't know how they're the underdog, but I'm sorry, Curtis. They had y'all number over the last few years.
I might take that.
Yeah, I don't know how they're the underdog.
Is that tonight?
Yeah, that's the final game on ESPN.
It's like plus.
Yeah.
It's like plus 200 right now.
Yeah, I don't know how they're the underdog, but yeah, I like those 4 matchups. That's what I made for NBA tonight. For football, this one is definitely a lock. DeAndre Hopkins having over 50 yards tomorrow against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's just a lock to have on your parlay for tomorrow. The connection between Will Levis and DeAndre Hopkins last week and their win against the Falcons, that was crazy. And like Rob said, I didn't expect much from him. You know, a guy that has a fetish for mayonnaise to go out there and ball out the way he did in his NFL debut with 4 passing touchdowns.
That is foul. Foul.
But that's a lot. I think that's a lot. Hopkins had 128 receiving yards and 3 catching touchdowns, and the Pittsburgh Steelers secondary is suspect, so I expect DeAndre Hopkins to have a big game tomorrow. Fred, I like what you said about the Falcons. I have either betting the Falcons money line against the Vikings or picking them to cover the spread by 4 or more against the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, unfortunately, is out for the rest of the year with a torn Achilles, so that means that the offense can be ran by Jaren Hall. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm pretty sure Joshua Dobbs will take over the offense very soon.
That ain't gonna help.
And the Falcons are at home, and they're going to start Taylor Heineke now. They have officially benched Desmond Ridder, so I think the offense will be a little bit better. I like the Falcons in that matchup a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Kurt. I before you said the miracle, I had the Browns to cover the spread and win or win by 9 or more against the Cardinals. Cardinals are starting Clayton Tune, like Rob said. This is a guy that is unknown. We don't know nothing about him. He's a rookie. Joshua Dobbs is not there no more. He's traded to the Vikings. I think the Browns defense is just going to steamroll Clayton Tune. I don't think there's a hope for this man to possibly win his first start in the NFL.
Myles Garrett.
I think the
He's
Browns
about to have dreams, nightmares about Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Browns can at least do what they're supposed to do with P.J. Walker starting again for Deshaun Watson and put up enough points for them to win by 9 or more and cover the spread. But yeah, those are my bets for the week. But that I didn't mean to be that foul about Will Levis. I was just explaining that the man is in love with mayonnaise and has a sponsorship deal with mayonnaise for the rest of his life, no matter if he turns out to be a bust or not. So there's that.
I wouldn't even want that sponsorship. They can have that. All my name tied to mayonnaise.
Oh, man. All right. We'll move on to the final segment. We're going to share our thoughts on the World Series that's taking place right now in the world of baseball. The Rangers are up 3-1 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Game 5 is tonight. They got a chance to close the door and win the World Series this year. What are your guys' thoughts on the World Series thus far?
Well, I mean, when you see the first game, you expected a dogfight in the series. I mean, the whole way through. But then, what was it, the second game, Arizona comes out and hits 9, like 9-1, 9-2, just like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Guess we're going to go off like that? And then the Rangers is like, I guess that was their wake-up call.
Yeah.
Because they took that and ran with it. I mean, what was it, yesterday, day before yesterday, they started off, and what was the first 3 innings, they had 10 runs already?
Yep.
So
That was yesterday.
Yeah,
yesterday's. I mean, I don't see how they don't pull this out. I don't see, like, they got hot at the right time, and they carried it all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
They just carried it all the way through. Everybody's sitting on that team.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think the Rangers are going to close it out. I mean, the last time I counted the Diamondbacks out, I mean, I will say they
came
my
back
ass
against
wrong.
Philly.
They proved my ass all the way wrong.
Yeah,
I did not think – I thought they were toast. I thought they were going to get swept out the playoffs.
Yeah.
We were already saying Philly versus the Rangers in the World Series.
Yeah.
So
much honestly. And, like, you know – and I thought, you know, when I saw that –
damn,
what was that?
No, that was from downtown.
Who was that?
Oh.
I don't even know who that is. Anyway,
A shin bone?
yeah, but I don't know, man. I think the Rangers are going to close it out. Real shit. I think the Diamondbacks are toast for real this time, and you know, I just don't see the Diamondbacks coming out of this one. So.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get my little thoughts out the way. Usually in a series that's 3-1, team that is up, being that it is the
Oh,
Rangers,
that's
we
Ian.
usually close out.
Oh.
But I'm calling another out of the ordinary. I'm calling 3-1 comeback. You know what I mean? Series going.
Yo, Curtis wild right now, yo.
Just saying, the odds is not that off from this like game. I'm pretty sure it's like 110 minus 110 for both of them.
It's
Yeah,
game 5
minus
in Arizona.
110.
Is it in Arizona?
It's in Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna help. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They're gonna pump up the crowd and it's gonna be over with.
Dang.
I think
You would have thought Curtis was in love with Arizona teams today. You know, he went with the Cardinals
not
on
for
Sunday.
real.
Then he just went with the Diamondbacks.
Man, I'm trying to tell y'all gotta listen.
It's
Ain't nobody
that
gonna listen.
Arizona Heat. It's what it is. It's that Arizona Heat.
Are, are
Gotta
the
gotta
are the
lose you.
are the Phoenix Suns going to win the NBA Finals?
Hell
Oh,
no.
He would have went 3 for 3 with that one. Oh,
Hey,
Shit, Lakers in
y'all better lock
6.
it in.
you said who in 6?
Lakers in 6.
Nah, G.
Yeah, I agree with Fred. I really thought this series would have been very competitive after game 1, where it went to extra innings. The game ended with a walk-off in the 11th inning, hit by Adolis Garcia to help the Rangers go up 1-0.
That
Then
absolute monster.
game 2 was a beatdown by the Dodgers. 9-1, like Fred said. I was dang. But then game 3, game 4 was a whooping from the Rangers. It was belt to ass what they were doing to the Diamondbacks. But yeah,
They made them go get their own switch.
yeah, they did. Yeah, especially what they did. Third inning, I'm sitting here switching back and forth from the World Series for the Monday Night Football. I'm after that Corey Seager home run. I'm like, yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
And I ain't looked back since for game 3. Then game 4 was a whooping last night on Halloween. But Corey Seager is definitely having a good World Series for this series, having 3 home runs. But I do believe that it's best for the Rangers to close this out as soon as possible. If they don't get it done tonight, get it done by game 6 because they are dealing with injuries. Adolis Garcia and Max Scherzer are both out with injuries and out for the rest of this series. So you already don't have them. I think you need to close it out and just go ahead and end it tonight. If they ended tonight, though, I think that goes down to me as one of the most dominant postseason runs that we've seen in the last few years in the MLB playoffs because they would go on to go 16-4 in the playoffs this year, sweeping the Rays, sweeping the Orioles, battling to Game 7 with the Astros. That'd be impressive for what they were going to do if they only lose a total of 4 games in the postseason. They go 16-4. That's or 15-4. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely showed up.
What?
I think Corey Seager also is in the conversation for winning for winning the World Series MVP. Also, if they close it out tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, Curtis. Are we banking before we log off? Are we banking on the Diamondbacks to come back from 3-1 like the Cavs did the Warriors?
You ain't have to say that, cuz.
My fault.
Hey, anything is possible until
You ain't KG.
until this
Shut
game
up.
is over. You know what I mean?
Oh, none
All
of
right,
that.
you heard it from Underdog Kurt.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and wrap it up with that. That's all the time we have for you guys this week. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, Fred Harris, Rob Cerasuolo, and Curtis Green signing off. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. And we'll see you guys on next week's
Bye, y'all.
episode.
All right.